Hey guys, welcome back to the Purpose Nurse. If you have been on my channel before, I am Jalen. But if it is your very first time, then welcome. So today I am super excited because I will be sharing with you all my new clinical rotation, or one of my new clinical rotations for summer 2019, which is mental health. So today was my very first day, and it was interesting. It was very interesting. So I was positioned on a adult unit, and this unit is a chronic unit. So patients on this unit have dementia, Alzheimer's, schizophrenia, things along that line. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this video. So if you are interested in hearing about how my first 12-hour day of my mental health rotation went, then keep on watching. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this video. So my first day was very interesting. So on this unit, it was myself as well as one of my classmates. So when we first got on the unit, we didn't really know what to expect. I have never been on a psychiatric unit, period. So we both were kind of like, how is this going to be? How is this going to go? What do we say? What do we not say? What do we not do? We already had spoken with our clinical professor, and, she basically told us, watch your back. Don't be in a situation where it's you and a patient alone. Don't enter the patient's room without the nurse. And also, we aren't allowed to have our stethoscope with us for, obvious reasons. We wouldn't want the patient to endanger themselves or us, the students. So this unit is just, this rotation period is just a different type of rotation, because it's very different from the med surge, the hands-on touching things and doing things. So as nurses students, that's what we're often used to doing is med surge. So mental health, where you're actually stopping and thinking about things before you say it and moving slower, it's very much different. So when myself and my classmate got on the unit, we were already particularly warned or notified about a particular patient that has chronic schizophrenia, and we were basically, suggested to not agitate her and just kind of like stay clear of her. And so we found two seats that were up against the wall, kind of, and the back of the unit. And this unit is a smaller unit, and on this unit I want to say there were about I want to say 12 patients on this unit. And so it was about 12. So myself and my classmate positioned ourselves in those two seats to where we could pretty much see the entire room, and it was a good view of all the patients. And we sat there, you guys, for a good, I don't know, maybe like hour and 30 minutes. It felt like just strictly observing the patients. And then I literally thought to myself, let's go look at their charts. Let's look at their charts. Let's see what they're here for. Let's see what agitates them or what triggers them. And let's create a game plan to approach these patients. Because honestly, the first day is literally all about getting comfortable with this rotation, getting comfortable with talking to, interacting with patients that have psychiatric disorders, and how to handle yourself and create a welcoming environment to them. So myself and my classmate did that, and I feel like it was very helpful to us because we were able to kind of create a method to approaching the patients. For example, one of our patients was there for major depression, and he also was there because he overdosed on, I think it was like 20 pills of Zyprexa. And so while we were looking at his chart, we saw that, you know, he really enjoys it when he's alone, when he's playing board games, and he feels less triggered and he's able to focus on that. So with that particular patient, when we saw that in his file, we were like, okay, we know this patient likes to be alone and likes to be involved in this task. So let's not, you know, really bother this patient. And so as we proceeded to go throughout the day on the unit, the patients begin to, you know, kind of loosen up. And so that's when myself and my classmate decided to go ahead and begin interacting with the patients. And it was just really interesting talking with the patients. One of them had chronic schizophrenia. One of them, as I just mentioned, came in for major depression, but also because of a suicide attempt. Another patient was there because of his aggression. He has Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, and another individual was there, and he was a younger male, and he has anxiety disorder, and that anxiety disorder was exacerbated by a brownie that he ate from a classmate at his school that was infused with marijuana. So it basically made him more anxious to the point where he voluntarily admitted himself to this unit. And there was also another patient on this unit, a young lady who has mania and bipolar disorder and things like that. So it's very, very interesting to see these patients and interact with them. And for me, I was just very surprised, in particular with the younger patients. When I say younger, I mean like in like late 20s, early to late 20s, because it just really put things into perspective for myself and just really made me thankful for my sanity, thankful for my mind. And I feel like we may implicitly judge individuals that have psychiatric disorders, whether they're our family members, whether they're friends, or whether they're the homeless person that you see on the street. And what I felt like I realized today is that for individuals with psychiatric disorders, this is their norm. You know, this is what they go through. And it's important to be sensitive to that, and it's important to be appreciative for clarity and sanity. And I particularly liked how some of the patients were really knowledgeable and in tune with their disorders that they have. And one of the patients in particular, the younger male that has the chronic anxiety disorder, I watched him walk up to the nurse's station and say, "Hey, I'm hearing these voices. I feel like they're telling me to do things. Is there anything that you can give me to make these voices go away?" And for me, that was really awesome because he knows that he's hearing these things, and he knows that, you know, he wants to be active and not take control, but just acknowledge what's going on and trying to help that. And for me, that was just really big. So that was honestly my first day. It really just consisted of me observing these patients and thinking about how I want to communicate with them, trying to use therapeutic communication, as well as being careful with what I say, and honestly just observing the patients, building a rapport with the patients, and honestly showing them that they can trust me. So yeah, you guys, that was pretty much it. So this is day one of mental health, and I will be sharing with y'all how my day two of mental health goes, because I will be with the adolescents. So that will be very interesting, I'm sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and like this video, and also please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Be blessed. Bye.